They both were not enjoyable in a way. I think it's a great thing for all these listeners. It's great. I mean, but like, I mean, again, like I was going out on a date recently and someone's like, oh my God, we can talk about housewives. And I'm like, no, I'm actually going to cancel. I actually don't want to go. I want to talk about anything, but I really don't need to do this in my personal time. So like Homeless Not Toothless is work and this is work. BravoCon is it's too big. But the fact that Sarah Fraser is going, because we are going to cover it here, we are going to talk about it. And I mean, someone says something, Jennifer Aiden throws a drink, and this one throws water, and Joe Gorga's ready to punch her out. I mean, that hits the airwaves within seconds, and then I go behind. So as things are happening, I will be talking to publicists and agents and managers and networks and the actual people and their assistants. I'm going to get such tea for everyone here to cover. But I mean, the fact that Sarah Fraser will be there, certainly a beautiful thing. Go take one for the team Fraser.
I'm taking one. You know, our friend Andrea Lopez. By the way, Andrea just opened for Teresa in Boston. What
did Teresa do in Boston?
Teresa had her first live show. Oh, was her podcast partner there? I don't think it. I'm not sure. It was just. I think it was Teresa and Louis. Andrea opened. There was another person. Maybe it was her co-host. Anyway, another woman that kind of, I think. Okay, you have better inside scoop. But anyway, Andrea just opened for her because she does this Teresa Giudice impression that people love. Yes, and then she helped with the Q&A with Louis and Teresa. So anyway, Andrea's going. I'm curious to see, because I think they were trying to work something out. I think they still are, to maybe do something at BravoCon. Andrea, Teresa, Louis. That's a little scoop, I think, that they're kind of working on, but I don't know what. But Andrea's going to go with me. And yeah, I'm going to be boots on the ground. I mean, I'm kind of with you. I probably only need to go this year and then I'm all set. I don't really care about the panels either. I mean, you know, I enjoy these people as fans. I love, you know, some of them in real life, obviously my Potomac girls. But I'll be your insider. We'll podcast every day. I'll send video. I'll send tips. You know, but anyway, and I love being with Andrea.
Yeah, listen, I'm thrilled you're going, and I'm not poo-pooing it to anyone who's going. I will be reporting on it. Everyone will be wanting my opinion. I will give my opinion, said with no ego. But this one is a pass for me, guys. You got to know yourself.
Yeah, look, you're very, very good at that. I give it to you. You're very good at that. And you're also super insightful. Like David, this is for our listeners. David has this amazing spidey sense where he can kind of look at these different events that are happening and go, this one's going to be good. This one's going to be shit. And he's right. He's like totally right. So it makes me slightly nervous because this is a very expensive weekend. However, we're doing reporting, so it'll be fine. But if you think it's not going to be worth it, I'm probably going to get to Vegas and go, why did I do this? Why did I do this?
Look, it's a lot. You'll get something out of it, you know, right? Like when we saw, like when I was in LA last night, our girl Candy Gal was at a club. I'm like, Sarah, this isn't it. Like Candy Gal is going to hit the stage at like midnight. There is a meet and greet. We can have a minute with her, get some content. That will be like at 2 a.m. and there'll be like 900 people that want a piece of Candy Gal. This one's not for us. Then when it's like a nice, lovely table with a chicken piccata dinner sitting next to the girls, filming for Toothless Not Homeless, I'm like, this one is for us. We will interact. We will get content. We will talk to everyone. We can report back on something.
Oh,
I'm good at that. Good. But I think, look, you're going to enjoy BravoCon having never gone. And everyone out there who is going, I will keep everyone posted because a lot of people have been asking if I'm going and what's going on. And I support everyone who is going. If you want to see me, we're headed to Philly next. Me and Kim D, we're going to be doing a live show in Philly. Our second live show in New York did so well. City Winery in Philly called. Looks like it's going to be September, guys. So keep September open. Shockingly, I mentioned this on the Patreon, and a lot of people are slipping into the DMs saying, oh my God, I can't. Maybe because we did 2 in New York and it's not accessible to people like Delaware in the DC area, even though we do have one woman who flies up from Georgia. So it seems like there is this thing in Philly, but we are doing this. This is real. We've been back and forth with City Winery 24/7 about a date. So stay tuned. Do you want to talk about when Caroline Manzo was on my podcast and said, all of you just settle down. It's too early to tell if Melissa Gorga will be back or won't be back. We have a visitor.
I want to know. You have a visitor. Yes, my son's here. He wants to watch Cocomelon and watch us. Okay, well, what do you think? Do you think it's too early to tell?
And we should note during your with your son on, because last time your son was on, I used a bunch of F-bombs. The world came for me. I told them to F off. There might be some guys I can't control myself. What did you ask? Oh, Caroline was on and said, it's too early to tell whether Melissa will be back. You're all fools. Slow down. I kind of agree with her. Look, I
thought for sure she was gone.
Well, listen, I stand by what I said, that I don't see how she's going to be back. I do have from a reliable source that everyone is coming back. I have it from a really reliable source. Now, the fact is, like, some blog announced that everyone's back and everyone's like, see, she's back. We don't know anything. As the recording of this, we don't know everything. There's no decision being made now. There's nobody has a contract. I can 100% say that with certainty. There's no contracts that have gone out now. There's no contracts that will go out now. There's no contracts that will go out the second week of the reunion or the third week of the reunion. The entire reunion is going to air. I need to see how it's edited, what is shown, and I will make a better decision. I have said all season that Melissa was going. I have from a reliable source that everybody is back. I don't know what I believe at this point anymore, because we really don't know for sure. But listen, if Melissa comes back, it's the best thing for me and Kim, because nobody's going to watch the fucking show anymore. Excuse my language. Everyone's just going to listen to me and Kim on
Really?
Patreon. I don't know.
You think people? Why do you think her coming back people won't watch?
I think nobody. The only way her coming back makes sense to me is if she turns on Margaret, who in the public eye has been loyal to her, even though we know behind the scenes, Margaret has said a bunch of shit about her and started the rumor about her kissing Nick. Well, not started the rumor, repeated it after the PR boy told her. But we can't have another season in 20 years later of Melissa and Teresa. It's like, I don't see how it gets worse. Andy says himself, like, on the stage, he's never seen such hatred. Where do we go from here? I really think it's played out. Now, I do think next season is going to be the takedown of Margaret. I said this, whether Melissa is back or not. I think that is the next thing that we're building to. And I think I personally see that happening. What do I know? I don't know, but I see that happening. And even though Margaret has been Team Melissa in the public, wouldn't it be interesting, like, if Melissa turned on Margaret? Because that would be something new. Like, I think you can't have the same people back without something new happening. We can't do Teresa versus Melissa. We just cannot do it. People will tune out. They really will. They are so bored of it, as am I.
What does Kim D say about the story that's circulating that Joe Gorga turned in Joe Giudice to the feds?
Kim has been saying this on the Patreon for about 2 years now. She said this 2 years ago, and I just swept over it. And I'm like, really? Well, that's interesting. And then some other people picked up on it. And I'm like, is it that? I don't know.